Okay. There we go. Maybe.
Perhaps. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wrestling News Log. I am James Phoenix. He's Jeff.
What's up?
And this is our Friday night look, or very early Saturday morning, depending on your time zone. Look at the week in wrestling news.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, excuse me. I apologize. So we got an assortment of news this week, as we tend to do.
Mm-hmm. A lot of things happened this week.
Indeed. That they did.
Do you have the wheel of news prepared?
Of course.
Excellent. Let's take her for a spin.
Yeah, hang on, let me get it up. Okay.
Take it for a ride.
Huh?
All right, the Marvel vs. Capcom joke.
Okay, then. I have never played those games.
I'd like to spin the wheel, Pat.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't have the mouse.
Anyway, for those of you who have been watching this the last few weeks, we've been doing this. I've been having Jeff pick out a random number off the list for the order in which the news will go in, unless there's a related one, in which case I manually choose. But given the situation of Jeff not wanting to choose, we decided we would spice it up by using the wheel. So we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel. I do apologize for a moment because they used to give you the ability to customize the colors on the wheel, and you can't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. So these are the colors.
Fair.
All right. So we have 13 news stories tonight, some of them shorter than others. Some of them multi-parters. Should be. So let's... oh, excuse me. Sorry. So I guess we'll see where we're going to start.
Indeed.
Ready?
Ready.
Appears it's going to be number 3. Which reminds me, I think I forgot to check off that little box that says to remove the choice after it's landed on.
Yeah. Did you manually remove the number 3?
I did not.
You might want to do that. All right. So what is news item number 3?
News item number 3 is Mauro Ranallo.
What about him?
Well, let me open the article up and I'll tell you. I'm not going to do that. Let's do this. Since that window is screen shared, I'll open up the articles in Explorer for the sake of them not being on the screen. Come on. Oh, there we go. So, Showtime has released a trailer and some details on the new Mauro Ranallo documentary.
Okay.
Showtime announces raw and revealing documentary chronicling sportscaster Mauro Ranallo and his lifelong battle with mental illness. Bipolar Rock and Roller premieres during Mental Health Awareness Month on Friday, May 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Pacific Time on Showtime.
Okay.
Press release reads as follows. Prolific combat sports broadcaster Mauro Ranallo and his lifelong battle with mental illness are the subject of a new documentary film from Showtime, Bipolar Rock and Roller, named for the moniker Ranallo gave himself as a broadcast personality and DJ in the early 90s. Ronaldo has bipolar affective disorder, a condition afflicting nearly 5% of the U.S. population, according to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. As a national sportscaster for preeminent boxing, mixed martial arts, and WWE events, Ronaldo has long been an advocate for ending the stigma of mental illness. Now, for the first time, he exposes the true extent of his daily struggle.
Well, hopefully Jim is okay. We lost him to a coughing fit due to his situation.
Now, for the first time, he exposes the true extent of his daily struggle. Through extensive behind-the-scenes video footage, candid personal interviews, and detailed accounts from his loved ones and doctors, Bipolar Rock and Roller takes an unflinching look at mental illness and its effects. The film explores Ronaldo's career, including his work on the two biggest pay-per-view events in television history, and his relentless pursuit of a childhood dream despite seemingly insurmountable odds. Through his deeply personal portrait, Ronaldo hopes that the film might inspire others to persevere in pursuing their dreams despite the challenges of a mental health condition. I have always tried to do my part to bring awareness to mental health issues, said Ronaldo. Over the last several years, I allowed my best friend, Haris Jusanovic, to film me at my lowest points as well as my highest. The idea is simply to show others who suffer that they are not alone, and that even when the outlook is bleak, you can overcome and achieve success. Mental illness is a life sentence. There is no cure, but it doesn't have to be a death sentence. Through Bipolar Rock and Roller, Mauro Ronaldo has chosen to share not only his life's dreams, but his nightmares as well, said Stephen Espinoza, president, sports and event programming for Showtime Networks. Having reached the pinnacle of his profession, Mauro bravely turns his keen observational skills inward to examine his own lifelong battle. The result is a raw, poignant, and ultimately inspirational film that personifies Mauro's courage and selflessness. He's a popular fixture on the combat sports scene. In a career that spanned more than 30 years, he's called everything from All-Star Wrestling, a Canadian professional wrestling outfit, to historic MMA events for Pride Fighting Championships out of Japan, to WWE SmackDown Live on the USA Network, to many of the biggest boxing events in the world for Showtime Sports. Ronaldo was the first broadcaster to call play-by-play on boxing, kickboxing, and MMA and professional wrestling events on national television. Today, he's the voice of three prominent televised series, Showtime Championship Boxing, WWE's weekly show on NXT on WWE Network, and Bellator MMA on Paramount Network.
So I wonder how much of the truth WWE allowed him to use for this.
Perhaps best known for his dramatic, excitable style, Ronaldo is a student of the English language. He has already made a lasting mark on the industry, having called the two biggest pay-per-view events in television history, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao on May 15th, and Mayweather versus Conor McGregor last August.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. I didn't know if you could hear me or not because it sounded like you were just completely ignoring me.
No, I just wanted to finish the thing.
Oh.
So there you go.
Fair. So answer the question now.
I don't know. Depends on how much WWE focus is there as opposed to his, everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that'll be Friday, May 25th at 9 p.m. on Showtime.
Because if this is like a really candid, no-holds-barred look at the disease in his life, how do you not bring that up? That's like a huge thing in both of those, his life and in dealing with his illness.
True.
And I think it's something WWE wouldn't want out there, like the potential truth of the entire situation. So it's like, I just have to wonder about that, because if the entire truth of that situation doesn't come out in this thing, then it's kind of doing a disservice not only to Mauro Ronaldo personally, but to people who suffer from that disorder. And to those around those people, to show how, how your actions or lack thereof can actually harm the person who has the illness. And you may not even realize it. So that's my only worry with this thing, is that it's not going to be an entire truth. I guess we'll have to wait and see, huh?
Yes, we will.
All right. Pat, I'd like to spin the wheel again.
Very well.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
Remember, we had to do a little reset when we removed 3, so that was bound to happen. Or have potential to happen.
Fair.
All right, let's go over here. So with the situation in Hollywood, we kind of all knew this was inevitable.
Okay.
All right, so it was officially put out on social media today. The Rock put out congratulations to John Cena
Okay.
for being cast in the new movie that he is producing.
Okay, then.
Specifically, that film is The Jansen Directive, which will be put out by The Rock's $7 production company.
Okay.
Found my star, wrote The Rock in an Instagram post, which includes a video. Congrats to my good bud John Cena on landing the lead role for our movie, The Jansen Directive, a project that myself at $7 Prod, our production partners, and Universal Studios have been developing for years now. Congrats, man, and I'm excited to go on this journey with you. Thank you for your commitment to the role, and remember, as your producer, if you screw up, I'm coming to set and dropping the people's elbow on you. And you know firsthand how devastating my elbow drops can be. Congrats, my friend, and let's make this a good one.
So they don't actually hate each other.
Nope.
Okay, then.
But yeah, so that's the Jansen Directive.
This will also be... What the hell is this?
What the hell is what? What is your malfunction?
That's... Okay, so that's his YouTube channel, but I'm looking for his production company. What the fuck?
Okay.
$7 Productions, is that what it's called?
Yes, $7 Productions.
Because his YouTube channel is actually called $7 Digital Studios, but here we go, $7 Productions.
Okay.
All right. I'm trying to see what else he's done. Oh. Really?
What?
Fuck you, IMDb.
Problem?
Yeah, I have to be an IMDb Pro member to be able to look at his production company.
Yeah, that happens.
That's fucking bullshit. Okay, what's the name of the movie?
The Jansen Directive. Why?
Jansen. O-O-N. There it is. I was going to see if I could see it through this, but maybe not. We'll see.
Probably not.
I was just kind of curious what else The Rock has done with his company. Well, I guess I could just click on The Rock and see what else he's produced, huh?
Theoretically.
Because they're not going to IMDb Pro The Rock. That'd be stupid. All right, Rocky, what have you produced? Let's see. Yeah, that's your actor filmography. 31 producers. Well, he's executive producing San Andreas too. He's all... Oh. Okay, well then that has to be going through.
Yeah.
Apparently he's executive producer on Black Adam.
Doesn't surprise me. Yeah. If you're wondering, the website is $7bucks.com, by the way.
Fair enough. He's the executive producer of Shazam, so he's basically footing the Shazam part of DC here.
Yeah. So far, his production company has done work on Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, Baywatch.
They're doing Jumanji too. He's also the producer on Doc Savage, so apparently he's doing that for DC as well.
The HP series Ballers.
Yeah.
The series What Really Happened. Soundtracks that define history.
Of course, he was
Lifeline.
executive producer on Baywatch. Of course, he was.
Yeah.
Literally
Yeah.
just said
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
Rock the
Basically,
Troops.
everything he's ever done, for the most part, like
Like a call.
from like 2012, he's been the producer on. That's fair.
And most recently, Rampage.
Yeah. So
Currently
everything he's ever done from Journey 2 onward, he's been the producer.
Yes. Currently in production that they're working with is, of course, Fighting with My Family, the movie about Paige and her family.
Yep. Shazam coming out next year. Jumanji 2 coming out next year.
They're not listed on the production website.
Oh, they're listed on IMDb.
Oh, they're okay. There, hang on. Let me finish.
That says Shazam is filming.
Yeah, let me finish.
Mhm.
Also currently in production is the movie Skyscraper, starring The Rock,
Mm-hmm.
and his NBC television show The Titan Games.
Yep.
In development currently is Jungle Cruise.
I don't see that on here as him being producer. We know he's in the movie.
You know, Jungle Cruise is a $7 production project.
Huh. Okay. I don't see it on here.
Jungle Cruise, Red Notice.
Yeah, it's on here.
I don't know what that is.
Let's find out. Director Ross and Marshall Thurber.
Yeah, but it doesn't really say. It doesn't really say what it's about. It just has a few quick details.
An Interpol agent tracks the world's most wanted art thief. I'm assuming The Rock is the Interpol agent.
What is that?
Red Notice.
Okay, fair enough. There's Shazam.
So it's basically just going to be a summer blockbuster action movie.
Yep. We have Shazam.
Yep.
We have Hobbs.
Seriously?
That's right. He's getting a spin-off movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So we'll get that. We have a Son of Shaolin.
Yep.
We have San Andreas 2. No.
Yep. Yeah, he's producing that.
We have SEAL Team 666.
I don't see that on here as producer, but okay.
SEAL Team 666. Not a lot of detail on that one either. We have Doc Savage. We have Muscle Beach for the USA Network. The Jansen Directive, of course, we're talking about. We have Alpha Squad 7. We have The Rock starring in the remake of Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, that's rumored.
Genghis Khan Project.
I think you're looking at a list of stuff that he's starring in, not that he's producing.
What's that?
I think you're looking at a list of things that he's appearing in or starring in, not what he's producing.
No, these are literally, this is the $7 Productions website, the tab projects.
Oh, okay.
They are producing these movies and shows.
Fair.
They're apparently a wrestling sitcom of some kind.
How is The Rock going to be playing two main characters in fucking DC? What the hell?
Just because he's producing Doc Savage doesn't mean he's playing Doc Savage.
He's playing Doc Savage. According to this, he's starring as Doc Savage.
Yeah.
Also rumored is he's going to be Black Adam in Suicide Squad 2. So
okay,
take that with a grain of salt. And that's supposed to come out after Black Adam, so they're going to do Black Adam and establish him, and then he's going to come in and fuck up the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Doc Savage is not a DC character.
Thought he was.
No, Doc Savage was the precursor to most modern superheroes.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
He was in a series of pulp magazines and paperback books that sold over 20 million copies by 1979. He's a pulp hero.
Wait, so The Rock is playing himself in Fighting with My Family, but he couldn't be our skinny Paige to play herself. Really?
Yes.
Egotistical jackass.
In addition, we have an untitled Larry Hillblom project.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know. And the last one here is titled, and I'm not kidding, there's no other details, this is just what it says, Untitled Teddy Bear Project.
Yeah, it was this teddy bear on here.
So, yeah.
A feature film inspired by Alex Panagopoulos is drawing of a teddy bear defending a young sleeping child from an approaching monster.
Oh, I know that drawing. Cool. Why not?
Yeah, so it's based on that.
Fair enough. But yes, most currently we're worried about the Jansen Directive,
Yes.
which is his forthcoming film, which for those of you that don't know is based on a popular book franchise by Robert Ludlum.
Oh, it's Robert Ludlum. Okay.
Yes, that's popular series by Robert Ludlum there. It's actually a posthumous novel published a year after his death.
Okay.
And of course, for those who don't know, Robert Ludlum is, of course, the man behind Jason Bourne.
It makes sense that he would. Well, actually, he's not even going to be in the movie. He's just producing it. Okay. Fair enough.
Indeed.
That'll be interesting.
Quite. So there you go.
And apparently, the Hobbs movie is actually called Hobbs and Shaw,
Fair enough.
according to IMDb.
Okay. Well, on his production website, it just says Hobbs, so who knows?
Agent Luke Hobbs forming an unlikely alliance with Jason Statham's Deckard Shaw. So it's going to star The Rock and Jason Statham.
Okay. But yes, so John Cena will be starring in the Jansen Directive, so congratulations to him.
Yeah.
All right.
That'll be interesting.
Indeed. Would you like to spin again or solve the puzzle?
We have a puzzle? Show me what we got.
Show me what you got.
Mm-hmm.
You don't watch Rick and Morty. You're not cool.
Well, I get that because because Aldo Jones used it in the Infinity War Weird trailer.
Okay, then.
I want to see what you got. Good job.
Anyway. All right.
So what's number 8?
Number 8 is my man. Despite publicly stating otherwise, reports are going around that Chris Jericho is scheduled to return this current weekend at NJPW at their Wrestling and Dontaku event in Fukuoka. Where did PW Insider?
That already happened, and he already did.
Okay.
You're late. I think that was from last week.
No, that was from May 2nd. That was only reported 3 days ago.
Because he's already returned to NJPW. I saw the footage.
I think that footage is old.
Chris Jericho attacks Tetsuya Naito again at Wrestling Dontaku 2018. May 4th. It happened on May 4th. It happened today.
Yeah, so fair enough.
Yes, it was kind of cool. He was basically dressed up as a fan of, I guess, some faction or something, but he had like a face mask on. He had a hoodie up. And I didn't think it was possible, but I think I found a wrestling organization that makes things look less believable than WWE.
Okay.
That's saying a lot because this is NJPW, but because literally Jericho starts, grabs him, pulls him over because he's like walking, well, where the ramp would be. They don't have a ramp. It's a walkway, but he's walking and he reaches over the barricade, grabs him, pulls him to the barricade and starts beating on him. And then fucking hops the barricade and starts beating on him even more with, like, I don't know if those were security or whatever that was watching him, but the security basically standing there, and he just starts beating him all up and down the fucking walkway and, like, drags him to the ring, pulls him into the ring, gets in the ring, and starts beating on him some more, and then pulls off the mask to reveal Jericho. But as he's beating on him, like, the commentators are like, security needs to stop this. Security, this, and they're trying to sell it by saying, a fan is attacking Tetsuya Naito, but it quite obviously wasn't a fan when security stood there and let him beat up Tetsuya Naito. And this is why I have to give WWE credit, because at least when we're supposed to believe it's a fan beating him up, at least security does try to intervene even if they fail. in this NJPW attack, security did nothing. They just stood there and watched in awe as Chris Jericho beat the holy crap out of Tetsuya Naito. And it's like, could you at least try to make it believable by trying to restrain Jericho or something? Something, anything, make a move? I don't know. Anything more than forming a Fight Club circle around him and watching. Some security. But yeah, Jericho beat the crap out of him and then dropped him with a code breaker to set up their feud, I guess. So he's going to be in Japan for a while, at least until the big event. Because I think they're setting up the feud for the event that we talked about. That's going to be over here, and then probably after that, Jericho may go do other things. He may come back to WWE for a while, whatever. I'm hoping since he's doing this, he's going to get into shape again now that he's off the Fozzy tour. He can actually work out. And then when he gets in really good shape, then come back to WWE. That'd be kind of cool. What say you, Jerichoholic?
That would be cool. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, the video's out there on YouTube. Go check it out. It's kind of cool. Jericho looking like Raven is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because he has like this black stuff around his mouth and black like eyeliner stuff because it was to make it look right when he was wearing the mask. Kind of like you know how how Glenn Jacobs has the stuff around his eyes when he's wearing the Kane mask and shit.
Yeah,
kind of like that. But this was like a full mask, which is probably why he had the black stuff around his mouth, so it meshed with the face mask. But when he pulls it off, because it still has that makeup stuff around his mouth and his eyes, and given the fact he has his hair long now, and given the fact that he's fat and out of shape, he looks like Raven. It's like, yeah, dude, no. Black eyeliner and black around the mouth is not a good look for you, despite the fact you're a rocker. No. Also, get in shape, dude.
Yeah.
It's also hilarious that, as out of shape as Chris Jericho is, he's still a better wrestler than 3/4 of the WWE locker room.
Yeah.
That's because it's Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Also, it's obvious it's in Japan when he took the ring bell and cracked Tetsuya Naito across the skull with it.
Yeah.
Also, as the comments pointed out, and I didn't notice this, but if I went back to watch it, I probably would. Also, NJPW needs to learn how to blade properly.
Okay.
Because Jericho cracked Tetsuya Naito across the head from one direction, while the ref not handing the blade to Tetsuya Naito. No, reached in and fucking bladed Tetsuya Naito from the other side.
Okay, then.
And it's like, dude, you're supposed to hand him the blade so he can blade himself so it's not shown on TV. But no, you ref quite literally reaches in and goes, and it's like, really? You're just going to show the blade job? Okay.
Yep.
But I guess after the whole, hey, that's a fan attacking him, security should do something, and security basically becoming Fight Club, I guess that shouldn't have surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they may know how to wrestle over there, but yeah, this makes it apparent to me they don't have clue one about production and about how to produce something for like video for TV.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a surprise. Japanese wrestling is built around, that always has been built around a live audience.
True.
And not to mention, in regards to security not reacting, I can't remember if it was Japan or not. I'd have to go look it up, but I've read Jericho's books. And in his first book, Lionheart, Around the World in Spandex, he mentions in one of the international locations he wrestled in, and I'm thinking it was Japan, but I'm not positive. In Japan, it was considered an honor to be in a fight and to get beat up by your favorite wrestling talent, at least back in the day. So it might be a less of an environment in Japan where security is not as liable to step in because the performers are expected to be able to defend themselves. Because they frequently do go out and beat up. They do go out and beat up a fan every so often.
Yeah, but that's if they go beat up the fan. This is Jericho jumped him, so it's like a fan jumped the barricade to attack him. That's the difference.
True.
And I'm sorry, I don't care where you are in the world, who you are. If you're going to allow a fan to jump a barricade and attack your talent, you're a dumb motherfucker that deserves to get sued out of business. Because you don't know if that dude's going to jump the barricade and pull out a fucking revolver or pull out a fucking knife or just punch him. You don't know. And you're willing to take that risk? You're an idiot. Like, what if it wasn't Jericho? What if it was actually some random fan, or maybe not fan, but someone who didn't like him, who wanted to hurt him, jumped the barricade and pulled out a fucking katana? And they just stood there and let it happen. I mean, that's like a huge liability. Are they really willing to take that risk?
I don't know. I can only tell you what was in the book.
So, yeah, which was completely ass different to that. But yeah. Yeah, because obviously if, like, say, if, like, say, Tetsuya Naito had jumped the barricade and started beating up Jericho dressed as a fan, yeah, I could see them not intervening because it's Naito deciding to attack the fan. And, and they probably wouldn't intervene unless the fan actually drew a weapon or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if the fan jumps the barricade and attacks the talent, I would hope they would intervene. Otherwise, you're telling me you give zero fucks about your talent. But yeah, the attack was pretty cool. Go check it out. Jericho's still the undisputed master of the Codebreaker. Though a little weird, Jericho did it with one leg. What the fuck?
That's a little weird.
Yeah, because isn't the Codebreaker a double leg face smasher?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he did the actual face smasher variant, where the actual face smasher where you do it off to the side with one leg.
Ah.
Yeah. The one that somebody in WWE does that variant.
Okay.
Because I know one of the ladies has it, the actual Codebreaker, sort of jumping. Well, maybe it is kind of like that. Was it Liv Morgan, I think, does that? Either Liv Morgan or Mandy Rose, one of those two do it. But gotcha. Yeah, he did a one-legged variant. I'm like, that's not the Codebreaker.
Fair enough.
Is Jericho too fat to do it properly? I kid. He could probably still do it.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt they can.
But yeah, check it out. So It'll be interesting to see where that storyline goes. Again, Jericho, enough of the makeup. Like the black smoky eye, that's okay, but the mouth, that's overkill.
Fair enough.
Also, even in Japan, Jericho wears a scarf.
Yep.
Drink it in, man.
Indeed.
You may continue.
All right. So let's go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Get that one off of there. So you've been asking the question all week. And it seems like we may have an answer.
Who wants to walk with Elias?
No, not that. You've been asking that for months.
No, fair.
No, this question. So, we talked a little bit on yesterday's program about the greatest Royal Rumbles and WWE's woes re-Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's some more dates. Again, Wrestling Observer Newsletter. It's Meltzer. Grain of salt. It's already been documented multiple times that the Saudi Arabia saw the women's wrestlers banned from competing. It wasn't just limited to the wrestlers.
Okay.
In fact, neither Stephanie McMahon nor executive WWE co-president Michelle Wilson were invited to the dinner the night before hosted by the Saudi Arabia General Authority of Sport, and they weren't even on the trip. Renee Young and Dasha Fuentes were also not allowed to do any backstage interviews or any work at the event, regardless of if it aired or not.
Right, well, we kind of knew that.
And when asked why he does deals with certain people or groups that seem to fly in the face of common logic, Vince McMahon has told those in his quote-unquote inner circle that to run his WWE business, sometimes, and I quote, you have to eat shit. So yes, to answer your question, Vince McMahon is apparently willing to, metaphorically speaking, eat shit for the sake of business.
So he's basically confirming exactly what people are complaining that he's doing, which is money is worth more than anything, including his own honor.
Could be.
Which that could lose him a lot of people, because that's one thing people don't like. They're like, no, you can't say you're championing this, that, or the other, and then completely boot it to the side for money. It's like, no, fuck you. You either are a champion for this or you're not. You can't do both. I could see this coming back to bite him in the ass.
We shall see. Number 2. Oh, speaking of Saudi Arabia. That works. To further drive home the aforementioned point, tweet went out a little while back. This was actually this past Sunday.
Okay.
This tweet went out from at Riyadh Report, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. RIYADH, Riyadh Report.
Riyadh
Report.
And Riyadh's like the name of one of their cities or something.
Okay, well, the at Riyadh Report. We don't really have any details on this yet. But the Twitter page posted a photo of Vince McMahon shaking hands with the Crown Prince there.
Okay.
Of Saudi Arabia and Turkey Al-Sheikh. And apparently they announced that WWE will be holding another major show in Saudi Arabia in November.
That's what I said.
Yep. So they're already prepping to go back. So clearly the reaction is not phasing them. Obviously. So. Number 1. All right. This next one is a follow-up to a story that we did last week. Now, you may remember an incident that we talked about. I think it was either last week or the week before. I don't remember exactly when. You may remember there was an incident occurring at an autograph signing between Harry Smith Jr. and Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yes.
Well, apparently the issues have been resolved thanks to Bret the Hitman Hart.
Okay.
He reportedly set up a phone call between Roberts and Smith Jr., which led to the two settling their issues stemming from an incident that took place at the WrestleCon event in WrestleMania weekend in New Orleans. Smith Jr. wrote, "I'd like to announce publicly and officially that I spoke with Jake Roberts on the phone today, and we squashed heat we have for what happened at the WrestleCon event. I apologized and said that I would apologize publicly, as Jake agreed he would be dropping any charges pressed against me. He continued, I'm a man of my word, and I'd like to say sorry to any fans that I stressed with this situation. Also, I wish Jake all the best, and I'm glad that we squashed the heat. I actually had spoken to Roddy Piper before he passed away about the podcast Jake and he did. I'm certainly glad we worked things out, as Roddy died not long after. So there you go.
Fair.
All right. Let's continue. Number 11. All right. Let's talk about Corey Graves.
Sure. What about him?
Hang on. I'm trying to figure out what the hell. I am confused. Oh, I see. Wait, what? Oh. Huh? Okay. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Live. All right. So, reports are going around that Corey Graves may have some backstage heat.
Yep.
Again, this is Meltzer, grain of salt.
Mm.
For remarks he made about the greatest Royal Rumble after the event concluded, he wrote on Instagram, quote, "A drink to remember that no matter how bad we think we have it, at least our women have rights and we all have freedom of expression." As well as some other cryptic comments he made. People backstage understood his feelings on the matter, but felt he should have made those statements in private, since the company was very clear that nobody was allowed to publicly say anything. Others have said that Graves was the only one to even make a read between the lines remark, and they feel he doesn't realize that he's more replaceable than he thinks.
Mm.
Now, in contradiction to that report, according to at WrestleVotes,
okay,
a source told him that the report was laughable and that Graves is well liked backstage by almost everyone and remains a significant part of TV.
Mm. Well, we shall see, huh?
Yep. Indeed.
Indubitably.
Number 5.
I hope Corey Graves doesn't get replaced. He's the best commentator they got.
Yes.
Number 5. Johnny 5 is alive.
Number 5. Time to break out the episode namer.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw the episode name.
I did not. I don't look at that stuff.
You should. I don't write clever episode names for my health, you know.
That was for the viewers.
What viewers?
We get some views.
On occasion. It's not common. But yes, no, this was the episode namer, and for those who, if you're watching this, you've obviously seen it up above, but for anybody who clicked on this and was not paying attention, yes, this is the WWE, not WWE, the Wrestling News Log this week, entitled Hellfire and Primaries.
Yes.
For those who don't know, WWE superstar Klein, better known to the public as Glenn Jacobs, has, as many people know, been running for the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually won the primary, which was just held earlier this week.
Yep, which means he has earned the nomination.
Yep, he won by just 17 votes, a number of 14,633 votes to 14,616 votes. It does move Kane forward to the mayoral election, which is on August 2nd, as the Republican candidate, and it's believed he will be a significant favorite to win over the Democratic primary winner. He put out his Twitter account, which if you want to follow his campaign, is at Glenn Jacobs TN, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Well, despite the fact that I am a hardcore Democrat, I do wish him all the luck. I hope he wins.
It's interesting because while he is running on the Republican ticket, it's well known that Kane is actually a stringent libertarian.
Fair.
Whether that's good or bad is up to your individual preference. But the account put it out that Glenn, along with his family, volunteers, and supporters, declare victory in a hard-fought Knox County mayoral race this evening. Together we won. Tomorrow we move forward. Thanks to everyone who helped win this historic victory. The people who cast a ballot for me, my great team, my wonderful volunteers. Looking forward to victory in the general election. So there you go. And in a follow-up, because it was worth noting, at the time that news first went public, there were 43 provisional ballots that had yet to be counted.
Okay.
And so, and then,
Yes.
Yeah, so, he ended the night, as we said, with a 17-vote lead, but there were 43 provisional ballots that had yet to be evaluated. The reason for that was because the votes either did not have a record of registration, failed to produce a photo ID, and a few of them had problems with the electronic voting system and had to manually enter their votes. When those votes were evaluated and tallied,
Yeah.
the majority of those ballots were not usable.
Oh.
But Kane gained an extra 7 votes. His main competition, Brad Anders, gained 1 vote, and the third place finisher gained 4 votes.
Oh.
There are still 2 more votes that could come into play if the votes produce photo ID by this was the night of the 3rd. However, even if his primary opponent got both those votes, he would be unable to catch up to Kane. So
your winner, the Big Red Machine.
Yes, and he now moves on to the general election on August 2nd, where Mr. Jacobs will be a heavy favorite over Democratic candidate Linda Haney. All right. Got the headliner out of the way. Let's see what else we got. Rolling a wheel. It's number 12. What is that one? Oh, yes. Other news that's been going around, not just the WWE circle, but all over the news. The news circuits recently. I don't know if you saw this.
Okay.
This was actually my mother actually pointed this out to me on the news earlier today.
Okay.
When they were briefly covering it, because TMZ broke the story.
Oh boy.
TMZ.
If TMZ broke it, it can't be good.
Actually, no, it is good for once.
Okay.
And TMZ broke the story that apparently there had been 2 sides meeting in what was described as a positive meeting. And that purportedly it is almost a done deal that Hulk Hogan will return to the WWE.
Oh.
And I quote, Hulkamania could once again run wild in the WWE. TMZ Sports has learned of plans to bring Hulk Hogan back to the squared circle and are currently underway. We've learned Hulk and high-ranking WWE officials have been in touch recently, and it's been positive. In fact, we're told that when WWE made plans for an event in Saudi Arabia, one of the members of the royal family specifically asked for Hulk to participate. Ultimately, Hulk didn't go, but it triggered a dialogue between the 2 sides. Also, Hulk and Vince McMahon both appeared in Bill Simmons' recent Andre the Giant documentary, though not together. Of course, Hulk got the axe for 2015, WWE 2015, after a racist N-word rant went public. He apologized, and several African-American wrestlers publicly offered support for Hogan. Now we're told WWE wants to bring him back into the fold, and Hulk is down, but everyone wants to make sure it's done the right way. What we're told, everyone wants to be sensitive to the audience that was offended by the racist rant, while showing Hulk's learned from his mistakes and is a changed man. Sources say WWE was paying close attention to Hulk's speech at the Boys and Girls Club this week, in which he said he wanted to help educate kids to not use the same language that he did because they wanted to see how it was received. It went well with the crowd, which gave Hogan a loud ovation.
And yet, apparently, WWE doesn't want, the wrestler from the highest grossing movie in history to come back.
Hmm?
To explain that one. Think about it. What's the highest grossing movie in history?
Avatar.
Wrong.
No.
You just watched it. Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, that's not correct. You just watched the movie, dude.
Strictly speaking, actually, the highest grossing film of all time is still Gone with the Wind, but
okay, well, highest grossing movie. But yeah, apparently they don't want to. Apparently his return's been scrapped. So it's like, wait, what? You don't want him back? You don't want the guy that's gonna make you a lot of money to come back?
And just for the record, I'm well aware you're speaking about Infinity War. That's domestically, dude.
I thought it was breaking records like all over the world.
It's broken a lot of opening world records, but it has not. I mean, it's still out there making money, so.
Mm-hmm.
But no, as of right now, Infinity War is the 48th highest grossing film of all time.
Fair.
And to answer your question, yes, because I'm about to say right now, as of now, right now, and obviously the film is still in theaters and making money, so there's still going to be some adjustments to that.
Fair.
But right now, Infinity War has brought in $905,032,540. It's got a long way to go if it's going to put itself as the highest grossing movie of all time, which, as I mentioned, is currently Avatar, which stands at $2,787,965,087. However, Infinity War did break all the records for the highest domestic opening weekend and a slew of other shit. Also, for those who are sitting at home wondering, by the way, I don't doubt that it will be up there by the time all is said and done, because by the time all was said and done, Age of Ultron is sitting at number 7. At 1,405,403,694. So I don't doubt that Infinity War will be in the top 10 by the time it's done. It's just a matter of how far it'll go. Black Panther is currently at number 9. So there you go there.
Yeah. So yeah, do you have the Batista stuff?
No.
Yeah. So like as I alluded to there, yeah.
But before you move on to that, I will just note that after the TMZ story went live about Hulk Hogan, WWE did issue a statement in response saying WWE applauds the work Hulk Hogan is doing with Boys and Girls Clubs of America to turn what was a negative into a positive by helping young people learn from his mistake. While he has taken many steps in the right direction since we parted ways, Hogan is not currently under contract at WWE.
Well, yeah, you're not currently under contract. That doesn't mean they're not talking to him about it.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
And so apparently Batista has said, I'm not exactly sure who said it. He said it too, but apparently he had been in talks with WWE. I don't know if he was talking to like Hunter or Vince or whoever, you know, they wanted him to come back and work a program with Ronda Rousey, and Batista was like, "Yeah, I'd be down for that under one condition." And they're like, "What?" Like, I want to tease and set up an angle for me and Hunter to work WrestleMania next year. And they're like, "Okay, sure, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do that." So they were working on that. He's like, "Cool, I'm down for that. I'll come back a few times during the year to set up that angle with, to do the thing with Ron and set the angle with Hunter." And then they just flat out stopped calling him. And Batista was like, "The fuck?" And he even tried to text Triple H, and Triple H never returned the text. It's just like they just cold stopped talking to him for no reason. So Batista's kind of in what the fuck land right now. He's like, I love being WWE. I'm loyal to WWE. I want to end my career in WWE, but I want to do it the right way. And I'm turning 50 next year, so yeah. He's like, I don't want to be, I don't want to just be the old guy in the ring, which is probably why he wants to go out just, working with someone he's comfortable with, working with Triple H, and he'll probably go out that way, which is fine. But for whatever reason, they just cold stopped calling him. And it's like, the fuck? It's like, Hogan we want back. The guy who would make us multiple times the amount of money Hulk Hogan would, we don't. Okay. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because with how hot the Guardians and Avengers and stuff are, you know damn well Batista would make bank for WWE. Especially if he's coming back to work with Triple H, he'd probably come back as a face at that point.
Yeah, except the problem is the last time they tried to bring Batista back, it was right after Guardians 1 came out and he was hot as hell. And yeah, hashtag Blutista, no one gave a shit.
But that's because of what they did with him. They didn't bring him back to really... Originally, they were bringing him back to work a program with Triple H and stuff, and people loved that. They were going crazy for him until he heel turned and basically fucked Daniel Bryan out of his moment. And then that's when people stopped giving a shit about him. It's because they tried to put him over Daniel Bryan. Now he won't have that problem, and now he's even hotter than he was then. He's a bigger commodity now. And if he's coming back strictly to work a program with Triple H, people will be into him. As long as they build it up properly and,
That can work.
Also, if he's working with Triple H, he's going to be on a different show than Daniel Bryan, so that won't be... So what happened last time won't be an issue.
Also true.
And Batista was kind of smart because you want to start working a program with Triple H? Ronda Rousey's the easiest, quickest, and best way to do it, considering who her greatest nemesis is right now.
Yep.
So I'd be totally down for that. I'd be interested in a Batista feud with Triple H. One last hurrah for the old guys. I'd be up for that.
Yeah, why not?
But apparently WWE just is like, sorry, movie star. We don't care about you anymore.
Mm.
And Drax says, fuck you.
Yep.
Drax says, I do you one better. Why is WWE?
Yep.
Anyway, continue.
I shall.
You shall.
Only 4 left.
Mm-hmm.
It's number 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's highest number we have left. It's worth mentioning that this is still a thing, in case people thought that this was not going to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me scroll. There you go. WWE issued a press release this week. And that press release is hyping the premiere of season 2 of the WWE Network program Camp WWE. And I quote, as noted, the premiere of the second season of Camp WWE is now scheduled to air on the WWE Network at noon Eastern Standard Time, the same day as the WWE Backlash pay-per-view, tomorrow, Sunday, May 6th. Now, tomorrow for me, 2 days for West Coasters like Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Camp WWE is back. The extremely popular animated series produced by WWE and Seth Green's Stupid Buddy Studios returns for season 2, premiering on demand this Sunday. It reimagines superstars and legends as kids at their favorite summer camp owned by Mr. Vince McMahon. The series pushes boundaries and shows a fans a side of WWE they've never seen before. On the first episode of Camp WWE Season 2, A Tale of Two Cenas, John Cena wishes upon a star for help, while WWE superstar Big Show discovers he and Vince McMahon share an embarrassing secret. There's currently a teaser available for Season 2, available on WWE.com. You can check that out. New episodes will be available on demand every Sunday, exclusively on the WWE Network. So definitely check those out. All right. Number 9. This one's going to be brief. This is one of the boring ones. I just wanted to cover it real quick. Earlier this week, WWE did have their first quarter press conference and released their financial results. If you're wondering, revenues reached $187.7 million, which was on par with quarter 1 of last year, increasing 5% on comparable year-to-year basis. Operating income was $21.8 million, as compared to $4 million in the prior year quarter. $29 million on a comparable basis. Adjusted OIBDA2 increased 40% to $35.2 million. From $35.2 million to $42.4 million on a comparable basis. The network average paid subscribers increased 5% to 1.56 million paid subscribers, consistent with the company's guidance. Digital video views increased 56% to 6.7 billion, and hours consumed increased 69% to 243 million hours across digital and social media platforms. WrestleMania broke the record for the Mercedes-Benz Superdome's highest-grossing entertainment event at $14.1 million, attracting 78,133 fans. They hit a record. WrestleMania was in a record 2.12 million global households on the network alone, making it the most-watched WrestleMania in history. Network subscribers viewed 25.2 million hours during WrestleMania week, or 14 hours per subscriber during the week. That compares to 22.5 million hours last year, a 12% year-over-year increase. And during WrestleMania week, 13.9 million hours were consumed on digital and social media platforms, up 27% from the prior year. April 9th was WWE's most viewed day ever on YouTube, with more than 50 million views.
Okay, then.
So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go. So he's doing well financially and in the ratings so far. Yeah, let's see where we're going to end up. It's going to be 10. All right. Means 7 is last. Not the one I would have chosen for last, but what the hell? That's why it's random. Still with me over there?
Yep.
All right. So, among other things, one of the topics discussed on the PW Insider Elite Audio Show this week was the breakup of John Cena and Nikki Bella, and it was speculated that the split could all end up being a work to help the publicity of the new season of Total Bellas, as well as gain some leverage when negotiating with various television networks. Mike Johnson commented that he has, quote-unquote, heard some rumblings, but not enough that he can officially report on it, on the whole thing being a promotional tactic, since television ratings for Total Bellas is down. So, who knows?
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah. And last but not leastly, we have a story to take us home.
Well, I actually have a small one to take us home, so.
What do you got? You want to do yours first?
I don't know. Why is yours the huge, bigger story?
I don't know. What is yours about?
Rey Mysterio.
What about him?
It's just a little gift that he got, that's all. I thought it was kind of cool. And it was Rey, so I thought it would bear mentioning.
I don't know. You want to go last or you want to go now?
Yeah, I'll go last.
Okay.
I'll end it on a cute high note.
That sounds good. All right. So, speaking of Vince McMahon's other business ventures, the Orlando Sentinel newspaper is currently reporting that WWE Senior Vice President John Sabor reached out to Alan Johnson, the director of Orlando venues, regarding the possibility of bringing an XFL team to Orlando. Quote, we're told that there is preliminary high-level interest in Orlando, and they would get back to us at a later date, Johnson told the Sentinel. They did mention in the call that they were aware of the other league, the Alliance, and felt that the Orlando market could support 2 teams. So, XFL teams forthcoming. Take it away.
All right. So Rey Mysterio, given like who he is, his heritage and stuff, he's a huge football fan. Of course, European football. And he has visited clubs such as Inter Milan, America, Mexico, Real Madrid in Spain, and the one we're here to talk about, Manchester United. It's also bears note that his mask was the source of inspiration for the T-shirt design of the T-shirts worn by the Mexican national team at the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. But we're here to talk about the Manchester United. In February, Rey Mysterio was at Old Trafford, the home of the Red Devils, where he met the facilities, lived with players, given locker room tours, and took photos with people. And the Manchester United have seen fit to the Red Devils here have seen fit to give him some gifts that he recently received. One is a signed jersey by the entire team.
Nice.
The other one, and the reason why I thought this bears mentioning, they made him a custom jersey that says Mysterio on the back and 619 is his number.
Nice.
So I thought that was kind of cool. So
that is kind of cool.
He's an unofficial Red Devil.
Nice.
So, yeah, so he's unofficially a member of the Manchester United now. Cool. Jersey number 619.
Approved.
Booyaka, booyaka.
619.
That's right. So congratulations, Rey. You're unofficially on the team.
Also, I just stumbled across a final story.
Sure.
This just went out, depending on whether or not that's Eastern time, about 4 hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know how there's been that event being put together by the Bullet Club?
Mm-hmm.
The hashtag All In event?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and see if I can get this up here. Let's see if we can get this up here in a reasonable manner in which to take a look at this. Come on.
And I also found something else that may have a little bearing here.
Okay, what's that?
It's a WWE thing, but I'll let you finish your thing first.
Let me go ahead and do your thing while I'm bringing this up.
WWE has registered the brand The Great American Bash.
I did mean to mention that. Thank you for bringing that up. I did see that. I forgot to bring it in there.
Originally created by American Dream.
Of course.
In the late 80s. Now it's the exclusive property of Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Duh.
So they just registered for that and acquired that. So, or are about to acquire it. So that's probably coming back now that he owns it lock, stock, and barrel.
Yep.
Just thought that bear mentioning.
Hashtag we want Bash at the beach. No.
Yeah, well.
All right. Well, anyway, as you can see from the screen here, we have the seating chart and the ticket pricing for the All-In event, which will be held at the Sears Center Arena in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, near Chicago. As you can see here, the tickets are very affordable, ranging from $28 for the blue nosebleed seats around the outside to $153 for the yellow ringside seats around the ringside area here. So that's not bad.
Okay.
This was put out, as you can see here. Cody said we shouldn't show this, but it's our show too. Nick and Matt.
Okay.
You know, the Young Bucks.
Yeah, they are.
So, with that pricing, they could, with that reasonable pricing, depending on the matches announced and the angles going in, they could easily sell the 10,000 seat arena out and prove everybody wrong.
Scroll down a little bit so we can see the whole arena.
You can't see the whole arena.
That's not the whole arena.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Scroll down.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, on the other screen. Oopsie, now I clicked the wrong button. Hang on. There it is. Yeah, the event is on. Tickets are going to go on sale May 13th at 4 p.m. Eastern, by the way, if you'd like to get tickets. There's your whole arena.
I still haven't seen it scroll.
Oh, I'm in the wrong browser. That's why. There.
There you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
Let's do this. There you go.
Oh, well, I saw it when you scrolled, but that works too. Where is this at? Where's the Sears Center located?
In Hoffman Estates, Illinois, outside Chicago.
No, that doesn't help me.
Not me either.
Closer to you than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, those aren't terrible prices, actually.
No, not at all. $150 completely reasonable for a ringside seat to an event like this, especially if it gets a decent representation of stars on the event.
Dude, I'd be happy with the $103 seats.
Yeah, they're pretty good too.
Or hell, that's pretty good for $53 seats, though, man. If you can get the ones down by the ramp, geez.
Yeah.
Those are damn good seats.
Yeah. The only thing is there's a long ramp, which means you're going to see the guys coming out, but you're not going to see the ring very well.
Yeah.
That's the caveat you're trading off on that.
I suppose.
Yeah.
But you'll be in a better place than anywhere else in the arena unless you're immediately around the ring.
It's true.
And for $53, that's totally fucking worth it.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty good setup, too. I approve.
It is. You're right.
Excellent.
So there we go. All
That's
right.
news.
So that is the news. We thank you folks at home for joining us. Jeff, thanks for being here.
Absolutely. It was fun.
And if you see news out there during the week that you think we should cover on the program, make sure you send that news over to @LeagueOG on Twitter.
Yeah, or you can email us. What's our email address?
You can email us at opinionatedgentleman@gmail.com.
There you go.
But the Twitter one is going to come right up on my phone, and I'll see it. So
True.
That's why I prefer the Twitter one.
That's fair.
So definitely, yeah. You can send us a tweet over there at our account @LeagueOG, capital OG. If you see the gold logo, you know you got us. And we will definitely cover those stories as is seen fit.
Indeed.
Yeah. So, with that, we will see you tomorrow for the usual shenanigans.
Oh, the shenanigans.
We will cover Raw, SmackDown, and, of course, 205 Live. And we will also include our predictions for Sunday's WWE Backlash pay-per-view.
Oh boy.
Yep.
As WWE turns.
Yep.
See you tomorrow, everyone.
Peace.